In the headlines, bandits abduct 150 villagers in Zamfara state. 8 die in Quarry Road crash. Experts warn Kano residents against use of white seasoning following risks associated with cancer, diabetes, others. On the foreign scene, 6 Palestinians killed in Israeli raids in occupied West Bank. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Abdurrahman Omar. Thanks for joining. And now the news in full. Suspected armed bandits on Friday abducted 150 persons, mostly women and children, in Maru local government area of Zamfara state. The bandits also killed 1 person during the operation that lasted 4 hours, according to a resident. This is coming barely a week after bandits abducted 17 persons in Ruandorawa village of the same local government area. The armed bandits, it was learned, attacked Motunji, Kwanarduzi, Sabon Garin, Mahuta, and Ungwarkao villages during the operation. A resident of Motunji from one of the villages attacked, who craved anonymity, said the terrorists stormed the affected villages around 9 p.m. on Friday and carried out the operation in all 4 villages simultaneously. Another resident who also craved anonymity said the bandits, who are suspected to be from the same gang, divided themselves into 4, with each group attacking 1 village. The resident therefore appealed to the state and federal governments to come to their aid by providing adequate security personnel that will protect them and their properties. We spoke to Media Trust Northwest Regional Editor Yushawa Adamu, who gives an update on the abduction.
Yeah, of course, the residents were left in serious panic. And from the little information we are having, is that the genesis of the attack obviously is related to the levy put in place or put place on the residents by the bandits. You know, previously in our previous updates, we have said it that the bandits have placed a levy of 200 million on the Tunji and the environs villages. So they started paying the ransom, but unfortunately some villages around did not respond to the request. So this is what provoked the bandits to come in the early, around 9 o'clock yesterday to attack the villages. Of course, they have scared the people, unlike the Ruandorawa attack, where they did it quietly and silently. This time around, they fire several gunshots into the air, which scared the residents. So that what led to the abduction of mostly women and children during the operations. Like in Sabon Garin Mahuta, they abducted about 32 people, mostly women and children, because they could not run away from the village. But the able people have run into the bush for their lives. So this is the genesis. And maybe now the second factor that maybe we can say contributed is the lack of presence of security personnel. The residents are complaining bitterly that they don't have security personnel in their localities, which is a serious danger because they are prone to the attack by bandits and whatever group. So this is the situation for now. For now, nobody knows where the victims were taken to, because I have said in our previous updates that these villages shares border with thick forest that link Maru and other local governments down to Kaduna and Kebbi states.
In the meantime, troops of Sector 3 Multinational Joint Task Force MNGTF say they have neutralized 4 Boko Haram terrorists at Malam Fatori in northern part of Borno State. The Chief Military Public Information Officer of MNGTF, Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar Abdullahi, who disclosed this in a statement released in Maiduguri on Friday, said the terrorists were neutralized in Walu, Gashigari and Kudangurgu villages. Abdullahi said during troops advanced to Gashikar to clear remnants of Boko Haram terrorists. 2 terrorists were encountered and neutralized at Walu Walada. He explained that the operation resulted in the recovery of 2 AK-47 rifles, 3 magazines and 29 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition. Now, troops of Operation Safe Haven, maintaining peace in Plateau and some parts of Bauchi and Kaduna State, have arrested the suspected killer of a young couple that was murdered at Boko Comprehensive Government Secondary School, Kwe Village, in Riam Local Government Area, Plateau State. The troops also arrested a suspected gun manufacturer who specializes in fabricating guns in Ban Village of Barikiladi, Local Government Area of the state. Adomusa completes the report.
Parading 11 suspects at the headquarters of Operation Safe Haven, the spokesperson of 3 Division of the Nigerian Army, Major Ishaku Sebastian, said the troops apprehended the suspects who were involved in various criminal activities in the state, including the suspected killers of the secondary school teachers and a gun manufacturer. Major Ishaku explains how the suspected gun manufacturer and killers of the couple were arrested.
I'm glad to inform you that troops of Operation Safe Haven have successfully apprehended 12 suspects involved in various criminal activities, including the prime suspect in the gruesome murder of young couple at Boko Comprehensive Government Secondary School, Kwe Village, in Riam Local Government Area of Plateau State, and the killer of Honorable Dung Chalong over a land dispute at Chit Village of Hepan District. Also with us is Mr. Sunday Marcus, an operator of a weapon manufacturing factory at Ban Village Barrack in Ladi Local Government Area.
Some of the suspects spoke to journalists on their involvement in the crimes. I don't know anything. I was just rearing my cattle around the area when the incident occurred. There are many cattle rearers around the area. I wasn't the only person. I remember hearing people shouting that there were gunshots around and some people were killed, but I don't know anything.
I used to sell it because each one, I used to sell it 25,000.
So who are those that you sell it to? What kind of category of people do you sell it to?
Sons, I will make it to sell for vigilante.
According to the spokesperson of the division, the GOC 3 Division and Commander Operation Safe Haven, Major General A.E. Abubakar, expressed gratitude to the public for their support and cooperation to troops of Operation Safe Haven and assured that troops will remain committed, firm and tireless in bringing perpetrators of criminal acts to justice. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
And away from security matters, automobile mechanics in the Maiduguri metropolis say they are experiencing low patronage due to the current economic hardship occasioned by the hike in fuel prices across the country. This has caused some residents to park their cars at home while others are selling them to car dealers, while also finding it difficult to sustain their business. Trust TV's Beatrice Grizzly has more.
Over the past month, the hike in fuel prices across the country has led to more hardship for Nigerians in every aspect of life. The current situation is hitting hard on automobile mechanics in the Maiduguri metropolis. Adamu Biu hardly gets customers these days as compared to the previous years. He laments that the cost of fuel has forced most of his customers to park their cars, a situation that is affecting his source of livelihood.
Wani ma totally ma ya dauko mota daga gida ma ya kawo maka garaji ma ba zai iya ba. Sai dai ka je ka same shi a gida ma ka dan lallaba mishi wani abu kawai.
Some of the customers can't bring their cars to the workshop because of the hardship. Even when we do home service for them, they complain of lack of money, and sometimes we have to wait for a week without any job. The sad part is that this is what we rely on to feed and take care of our family.
Before I have plenty customers now, but all of them they park their car. Even today, this man that I call now, he parked his car more than 3 months now. He's calling me now to sell the car. Now, that Mahdi that I call now, he said I should sell the car. No way for him to foil the car. So he will sell it. I even tell him, no, make him not sell because maybe this problem that we are in will be subsidized. He said no, he will sell the car and chop food with it.
A gyara da in gaskiya muna karɓar irin muka aiki gaba da baya haka irin 5,000 zuwa 6,000 haka muna karɓa.
Back then, we charged like 5 to 6,000 naira. But now, when you explain to a car owner the nature of the work and you charge like 4,000 naira, they complain and it will be difficult to even get 2,000 naira from them. The situation is similar for car dealers in town who say most car owners are switching to less consumption cars and are often calling other car owners to trade cars.
Some years ago, we are selling car every day like 5, 4, or 3 like this. Now even one car about 1 month before you sell 1 car or 2 car. So most of people call us up because of their cars consuming fuel or very over, like continue discussion or end of discussion or Hennessy 98 model that Honda Accord.
With the current fuel prices affecting many businesses in the metropolis, residents are hoping that the economic situation will change for good sooner than later. Bitrus Kuruti, Trust TV News, Maiduguri.
Transport, truck drivers, small business owners and indeed low-income earning Nigerians in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, have lamented the worsening economic situation in the country, saying that life has become almost unbearable for them. Speaking with Trust TV, the concerned residents charged the federal government to urgently address the sky-high cost of living, rising inflation, general hardship and distrust in the system, which has resulted in many businesses shutting down. The report.
Despite the harsh economic situation occasioned by policy reforms with the attendant hardship on the lives of the citizens, Nigerians continue to pull through rising cost of goods and services and a future that appears to be uncertain. Many businesses have been forced to close, while the current economic realities have resulted in lifestyle modification and drastic adjustments. Oladimeji Bolale, who is a popular food vendor, says patronage in the past few months has reached its lowest ebb. She urges the federal government to urgently address issues adversely affecting the masses.
Something don't spoil finish you. The people no feel, I no feel it. They don't come here and come collect something, make it give them no get anything, make it give us.
The situation is not any different at various motor parks. A visit to the ever-bubbling Challenge Motor Park in the heart of Ibadan revealed a sorry tale as the facility was bereft of its usual hustling and bustling. A cross-section of cab drivers who spoke with Trust TV called on the government to put in place viable policies and programs that would better the lives of ordinary Nigerians.
The present situation is so harsh. As a transporter, we are not finding it easy, especially concerning the fuel that is not stable. Today we buy it 620, tomorrow 650. Some even sell it up to 700, and it's not even available always. You can see it to buy in the morning, and in the evening they will shut all the filling station. So things are not so easy for us.
Since morning we are here. Nobody go anywhere. We just stay here, just look around. No way, no paja, no anything. Nobody coming outside. So we can't feed our children. We can't feed our wife again, because of this situation of Nigeria will happen now. So if you see anything, that solution, that we will help our driver. So make people.
Help me, I beg you, because of me. I beg, help me. I beg you, help me. I don't have anything, money or anything, no food. I don't have rice. One rice, one cup. I don't have for my house.
Speaking with the market patron, Bola Ige International Market, Bagi Ibadan. Michaela Adebayo implored the state and federal government to execute economic-friendly policies, including making available moderate interest loans as well as make refineries to work again.
The price of material price up, and it's not comfortable for people to buy. As of now, we reduce our sales. So about inflation, it's not a good thing. What we are expecting from the federal government is that at times they leave their head. Let them borrow us money with little interest.
It remains to be seen whether the federal government would match word with action by putting in place policies that would positively impact on the lives of the common man.
Now, the Kwara Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps has confirmed the death of 8 travelers at Oke Onibin along Omoran Ilorin Road in Eripodun local government area of Kwara State. Corps Commander Stephen Dawolung confirmed the death in a statement signed by the Public Relations Officer of the Corps, Bosari Basambo. Dawolung said that immediately after they received the report of the crash, the FRSC standby rescue team at Omoran Unit Command was immediately mobilized to the scene for rescue. Dawolung further noted that the victims were conveyed to Ajishafe Hospital, Omoran, for medical attention, while the 8 corpses were deposited at the mortuary of Adeyemo Hospital, Omoran. He said that further investigation revealed that the crash was caused by speed, wrongful overtaking and poor visibility. You are still watching News Update on Trust TV, coming up after the break. Train passengers held introduction of electronic ticketing system. Details of that and more after the break. Please stay with us.
Human beings know what is right. If they don't want to do what is right, they will give you 1,001 reasons why they are doing the wrong things.
So they see themselves as conquerors, and other people have been conquered.
When the opposition and the press keep parroting that phrase, government has failed, but we will not be here, hold on, we will not be here, sitting down here, if government has failed.
There has been almost a total collapse of the security outfit, and the terrorists are taking advantage of this.
On that, a country that has about 923 square kilometers of arable land, not more than 2.5% has been cultivated.
Of course, you, the Nigerian citizen, will also have your say via our phone-in numbers on your screen.
The issue of appointment in Nigeria has become more political than doing the right thing for the country.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV, and here is a recap of some of our top stories. Bandits abduct 150 villagers in Zamfara state, and 8 die in Kwara Road crash. Now to other stories. Residents in Kano often use white seasoning, otherwise known as white Maggi, in order to improve the taste or aroma of their food. However, according to experts, the use of white seasoning can be associated with many diseases, such as cancer, diabetes, among others. Trust TV correspondent Idris Jibrin takes a look at white seasoning and why people use it in Kano.
White seasoning is in different forms to prepare family meals and even in restaurants. But while some residents use seasoning to improve the taste of their meals, experts warn that consistent use of this kind of seasoning can increase blood pressure and may result in different kinds of illness.
Too much consumption of white seasoning, or known as monosodium glutamate, may have health effects with what we call cancer agents, substances that are responsible for destroying the normal cell to change it into abnormal cell, which we call cancer. Because of those sodium and glutamates, our body does not have the capability to metabolize it properly.
According to residents, white seasoning brings more taste than other seasonings, and it helps them maintain the taste of their food, which in return allows people to eat more food. Others, however, say they do not use white seasoning because of its taste.
Most people that use it is, let me just say, like people here in Kano, the citizens of this Kano, most of them use white Maggi because they said it's sweet. I mean, why I cannot use it is because the sweetness of it is much.
Yes.
So I would prefer other seasoning than white Maggi. Though some of the seasoning, almost all the seasoning, they also have the white Maggi, but the content is not as much as the raw white one.
Because it gives the food taste. But I know of people that don't use it.
Okay.
Because they have negative feedback about the white Maggi. Some say like it's like a bleach content. Like in school, there was a time that our principal used it to test whether you can use to wash white clothes. You get what I'm trying to say?
But you know that, but you are still using it.
Because I feel I'm a Nigerian, so I can use anything. And I'm still standing normal.
For experts, residents need to be conscious of the way they consume white seasoning, as there are several other alternatives to it.
So it's better for us to be healthy-wise, to eat nutritionally without having advanced effects following consumption of bad foods, which such as the food that too much higher concentration of sodium glutamate. We are advising the people to use locally available seasoning. Locally available seasoning like what we call cloves, like what we call iru or dadawa. There are so many palatable and aromatic ingredients that can enhance the flavor of the food. Otherwise, to using this monosodium glutamate, rather I used to use black Maggi, white Maggi, brown Maggi. It's not healthy wise.
While the consumption of this type of seasoning continues among people in Kano, experts are calling on regulators to ensure regulations on how people use it for healthy living. Idris Jubrin, Trust TV News, Kano.
Now, the Nigeria Railway Corporation has rolled out the e-ticketing on the newly launched Lagos-Ibadan train service and the Warri-Itakpe train service. This is a follow-up to the automation of the ticketing system on the existing Abuja-Kaduna train service. Report.
The introduction of electronic ticketing solutions by the Nigerian Railway Corporation was designed to end the seemingly unending complaint of ticket racketeering. This finally became a reality after the NRC secured the certificate of no objection from the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, ICRC. Minister of Transportation, Senator Saidu Alkali, performed the launch of the electronic ticketing system recently in Abuja. The ticketing system was a concession with two companies that will run the system for 10 years. Managing Director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, Fidet Ohiria, said the introduction of the e-ticketing would eradicate complaints of ticket racketeering. Trust TV correspondent who visited the Babatunde Raji Fashola train station in Agege, Lagos, observed the online ticketing process, which most passengers are now taking advantage of. Passengers who spoke to Trust TV hailed the innovation, which they described as a welcome development.
About this new development with the railway station, I think this is a very good step in the right direction. The environment, the structures, and the comfort in place, I think, is something worth commending.
Experience is good, quite conducive, and relatively okay. But for the online payment, of the truth, it was hanging, it wasn't delivering from the beginning when I started when I tried to what's it called? When I tried to buy my ticket, but eventually it went in and I was able to buy the ticket.
Well, for now, I think their infrastructure-wise, they've done well. But we all know Nigerian problem is maintenance. So I hope and I pray that they will keep maintaining the standard they've set for themselves. They should not allow anything to go bad again. I mean, we are aspiring to be one of the great countries in the world. So I'm just hoping that they will be able to keep this up.
It is the expectations of the passengers that the e-ticketing is not only sustained and improved upon, but that the train facilities are maintained as at when due to improve the transportation sector in the nation's commercial capital and the adjoining cities.
On the international scene, at least 6 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli raids in the occupied West Bank. Palestinians Red Cross says Israeli army besieged 2 hospitals in the occupied West Bank in a night of deadly raids. The exchange on the second day of the 4-day truce was delayed for hours over Hamas allegations that Israel was violating the truce deal. More than 14,800 Palestinians killed in Gaza since October 7th. In Israel, the official death toll stands at 1,200. And with that, we have come to the end of the Trust TV News Update. Do not forget to follow us across all our media platforms and our YouTube live stream for more news programs and documentary. I am Abduction. Thanks for watching and bye for now.